Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Quick and Easy Cooking with Mimi. I'm Mimi, and this is my Thermomix. It's the world's best super kitchen machine, all the way from Germany, and it's been around since the 1960s, invented and manufactured by Vorwerk, a company that's been around since 1883. Good, solid 137 plus years in the business. Okay, I'm not gonna take long today. This is a super sweet and simple dish. It's mashed potatoes for two. You see, I've been a Thermomix cooking advisor for the past 2 years, and one question that I often get asked is either how many can it cook or how little can it cook? Because people would say either my family is big, or I'm living alone, or I'm only with my husband, or I'm with my son. So I'm going to show you today that with the Thermomix, all this time I've been cooking for my family of 6 children, plus my mother and myself and my husband. But today I'm going to show you that you can easily cook for 1 or 2 with the Thermomix. So the recipe for today is mashed potatoes for 2. And as usual, we are using guided cooking from cookiedo.international cooking platform. There's a recipe platform for Thermomix. And once we've chosen the recipe, all we need to do is to tap on this arrow here, and we can browse what ingredients we need and what steps are involved. Now, I've seen this previously. Of course, I had to prepare before I go live here. And the first step is actually to weigh and grate some Parmesan cheese. But because I still have a little bit left over, which is already grated, so I can skip that. So what I can do is I can go straight away to the part where I need to weigh my potatoes. See, and the first step is actually to weigh the water, because we need to steam the potatoes for this particular recipe. And then you tear it. It asks for 600 grams of water. Now I'm just going to show you a hack. Actually, if you look at your bowl, you will see these marks in here. And number 1 is for 1 liter, number 2 is for 2 liters, and in between you see those dots. That means to say the dot under the 1 is actually 500 grams. So you don't need to actually weigh your water. You just put a little bit above that dot. Or I'm going to give you yet another hack. Remember, I've been using my Thermomix since 30th July 2018. And I use it every day. I use all of them every day. I have 3 Thermomixes at home. And one very quick hack for 600 grams of water is just to fill the mixing bowl with water just above the blades. Just above the blades would be exactly 600 grams. Okay, so you do that. And then insert the simmering basket. I forgot to take out the simmering basket in time. So this is the simmering basket. And to insert it, you literally have to put it in. But the correct way of doing it when you cook it later, you have to make sure that you have the handle right here and the lid should be in this direction. So if you can see from the simmering basket, there's like behind the hinge here, you have this cavity. It should fit beautifully right in here. So if you look at the handle, there's like a rib in there, and it should fit in like this. But we're not cooking just yet. We just put it in because we're going to weigh our potatoes. Now for this dish, because it's mashed potatoes, you should always use floury potatoes, which in Malaysia, the most common one is called the US russet potato. So you use that one so you get the nice fluffy consistency. If you use other potatoes, your potato might look like glue or something sticky and not appealing to eat. Okay, and it gives us the recipe here. It's 250 to 300 grams of potatoes, which is about 2 to 3 and peeled. So I already prepared it in advance. Wait, so basically when I put this in here, I have to tear the weighing scale. Okay, so it's reset to 0. Then I take my basket. I'm going to pour this in the sink so that I'm going to drain off the water. You see, once you cut and peel potatoes, they're going to oxidize, so you have to soak them in water before cooking. So the only exception is when you intend to cook immediately, then you don't need to soak your potatoes anymore. So I put them in here, and you can see that I have about 300, a little over 300. That's fine because I used about 3 potatoes here. And then go next. And then it says to insert the measuring cup into the mixing bowl lid like this. And it means to close it. And it will steam the potatoes for 20 minutes, Varoma. And all we need to do is to turn this to speed 2. Now, I'm just not going to show the actual step here because I wanted to save time so you don't have to wait for the 20 minutes. What I have here is another bowl. I cooked the potatoes in advance. And when this is done, it's actually going to tell you to remove the simmering basket with the aid of the spatula. So you take your spatula, you take note that there's a hook in here. This goes right into the simmering basket. And this is how you take it out. So this is an old version. It doesn't have the lid. So when you have the lid, the way to do it is to go down in like a 45-degree angle. And then the hook will find its way to the hole there. And then you flip this one, and then you can take it out like this. Okay, but this is the one that's not cooked yet. But just to show you, this is how you do it. Yep. So you peel and slice your potatoes like this. But now, I'm going to take my potatoes, which have already been steamed, and I'm going to put it into the mixing bowl. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way so you can see. So the mixing bowl is empty. I'm going to put it into my mixing bowl. Very convenient how the Germans have designed everything to work seamlessly together. All right, so this is one of the reasons why I prefer the newer basket because sometimes the old basket, it tends to fall off when you're holding it, whereas if you use the new basket with the lid, it's more secure because you flip the lid like this and then you hold it with your hand and you have a nice and secure handle. Okay. Anyway, so we already have our potatoes in here. The next step would be, if you have the water, of course you will empty the mixing bowl, obviously. So you pour out that water, and then we add back the cooked potato, and then now we add a pinch of salt. I'm using pink Himalayan rock salt. This will be like the easiest mashed potatoes ever. Goodbye forever to the potato masher and sweating it out while you try to get it into the consistency that you want. I actually need a bit of milk and then some butter. I've got some butter in here. And then it says here a pinch of nutmeg, completely optional. I decided to go with pepper instead because I like them in my mashed potatoes. And we add in our Parmesan cheese, about a tablespoon, or as you desire, up to you. All of these are completely according to your own taste. And then you put the lid back on. Sorry, wrong lid. This is the lid. And we're going to blend this for 10 seconds on speed 4. I don't even have the milk. Let's see what happens. Wow, that was fast. 10 seconds. And serve hot. Let's look at our mashed potato. Oh my goodness, it's done. Super easy. So if you want it slightly lumpy, you reduce maybe, but it's just perfect. Perfect for 2. So if you browse Cookie Do, there are actually a lot of resources available for like a dinner for one. There's a collection called Cooking for Me and You. And then when you search for recipes in Cookie Do, you can also use the filter, and you can choose recipes for 2 people and below. And of course, if your family is big like me, then you can look for recipes for 6 people and above. And if need be, you can always cook another batch because it's so fast, it's so easy. And you can take a nap while the Thermomix does the heavy work for you. So there you go. Almost got it all. Still lovely without milk. It even says to serve hot. Et voila, mashed potatoes for two. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you again tomorrow, 6 p.m., same time, same place. Have a wonderful day and have a great start to the weekend. No, not weekend, to the week. It's Monday tomorrow. Oh gosh, it's not even Monday yet and I'm getting the Monday blues already. Okay, thank you so much everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.